If you believe an audit reads one note at a time, this episode is going to change how you document starting today. Because audits do not read your documentation the way you think they do. They do not open a chart, read a single encounter, and decide whether that note is good or bad. They line your notes up, side by side, across time. And what they look for is not wording. They look for pattern. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how that comparison works and what consistency actually means when scrutiny exists. Not clinical consistency, not perfect templates, not robotic repetition. I'm talking about documentation consistency that reduces escalation. And I'll show you where most professionals drift without realizing it. Let's start with what really happens. An audit rarely begins with, "This sentence looks vague." It begins with, "Why does this pattern change?" That is a very different question. Imagine a provider documents moderate complexity visits for 3 months. The assessment language is stable. Decision pathways are explained consistently. Risk statements are aligned. Then suddenly, over the next 4 encounters, complexity increases. The medical decision-making language becomes more aggressive. The risk description escalates. Time documentation expands. Individually, each note may be defensible. Collectively, the shift triggers review. And that is the moment scrutiny escalates. Not because one note was wrong, but because the pattern moved. That's how comparison works. Now, I want to make this very concrete. In healthcare IT, which is where I have my experience, especially during EMR implementations, I've seen this repeatedly. A provider adopts a new template. The structure changes, sections move, risk phrasing becomes more detailed. The provider thinks they improved documentation. The audit team sees a sudden change in coding distribution. They don't assume improvement. They ask, what changed? That question alone is enough to expand review. This is why consistency is protective. Not perfection, but stability. So, what does consistency actually mean? It does not mean copying the same paragraph forever. It means alignment in 3 areas over time. 1, decision thresholds. 2, risk framing. And 3, deviation explanation. Now, let's walk through each. First, decision thresholds. If in January you document that a certain presentation requires conservative management, and in March the same presentation triggers advanced diagnostics, you must document what changed. Not clinically, documentationally, because auditors compare like cases. They are trained to spot threshold shifts. If your decision boundary moves, your documentation must show why. That is consistency. Not necessarily sameness, but transparency of movement. Second, risk framing. Here's where drift happens constantly. 1 week you document low risk conservative treatment. The next week, similar case, you write discussed potential complications. Then, in another note you document high risk due to comorbidities. Each note may be justified. But if the risk language escalates without contextual explanation, pattern review triggers. Consistency means your risk scale is stable. When risk increases, the documentation must anchor it to something objective. Not implied, nor assumed, but explicit. Third, deviation explanation. This is the most common escalation trigger. A patient has a stable care path across several visits. Then suddenly a deviation occurs. Medication changes. Follow-up interval shortens. Additional imaging ordered. If the note simply records the action without documenting the reason for deviation from prior pattern, the audit comparison sees inconsistency. And inconsistency invites questions. Consistency does not mean you never deviate. It just means that deviation is documented as intentional and not accidental. Now, let's shift from theory to execution. How do you protect yourself from pattern-based escalation? Well, there are 4 implementation moves. I'm going to walk through each, and I want you to think about your own documentation as we do. First, run a self-comparison review. Pull 5 consecutive notes for similar encounters. Do not read them individually, line them up. And I want you to compare coding level distribution, risk language, decision rationale phrasing, time documentation, and deviation explanations. If you see drift, you must either standardize forward or document why variation exists. That is proactive consistency. Second, stabilize your decision language. Choose phrasing that defines thresholds clearly. For example, instead of alternating between continue monitoring, recommend aggressive follow-ups, plan, observe, standardize language tied to criteria. For example, symptoms stable, no new concerning findings, continue conservative management. Then, when escalation occurs, new system onset and lab change noted, escalating to imaging. Notice the difference? The second explicitly references change. That protects you in comparison review. Third, document change triggers. This is critical. When something shifts, complexity, risk, coding level, insert one sentence explaining why. Not a paragraph, one stabilizing sentence. Due to new onset shortness of breath, ... Or due to failed response to prior therapy, ... Due to abnormal diagnostic result, ... That single anchor prevents escalation because now the pattern is explainable. Audits tolerate change. They question unexplained change. 4. Be careful with template upgrades. In healthcare IT, when a system update rolls out new documentation prompts, providers often become more thorough. That seems positive, but if documentation intensity increases without corresponding clinical change, coding distribution shifts. That triggers statistical review. If you improve documentation detail, note the transition period. Document within the note, using updated documentation template as of insert date. That small transparency cue reduces suspicion during distribution comparison. This is especially important during EMR transitions. I've seen providers unintentionally trigger payer audits after system upgrades simply because documentation density changed. Not clinical care, but documentation density. That's pattern-based comparison in action. Now, let's talk about what consistency does not mean. It does not mean defensive documentation, nor does it mean inflating every note to match your highest complexity encounter. And it does not mean flattening your documentation to avoid standing out. Those strategies fail under review. Consistency is not camouflage. It is structural integrity. When patterns are stable and explainable, reviewers move on. When patterns are volatile and unexplained, review deepens. I want to give you a real-world example. A provider's coding distribution was stable for 6 months. Then, during flu season, higher acuity patients increased complexity. The provider documented appropriately, but did not document seasonal impact. The audit flagged upward distribution shift. The provider had to retrospectively justify the put. I want to give a real-world example. A provider's coding distribution was stable for 6 months. Then, during flu season, higher acuity patients increased complexity. The provider documented appropriately, but did not document seasonal impact. The audit flagged upward distribution shift. The provider had to retrospectively justify the spike. Had the provider inserted increased acute respiratory cases this month consistent with seasonal surge, the distribution change would have contextually anchored. Consistency over time requires awareness of environmental shifts. Document context when patterns move. That protects you. Now, here is your action step this week. Run a 5-note comparison. Look for drift. Stabilize language. Document change triggers. And when patterns shift, anchor the reason. That is how audits compare your notes over time. And that is what consistency actually means. Not sameness, stability with explanation. If this episode helped you see documentation differently, watch episodes 1 through 3 in order. They build the foundation for what we're doing here. And remember, once scrutiny exists, documentation must change. See you in episode 5.